Welcome to the Auto Attendant tutorial. This training provides a tour of the Auto Attendant service, previously known as Virtual Receptionist. We'll show you how to create a user directory, define a schedule of business hours, and create multiple menus with custom greetings and routing options. The Auto Attendant is accessed via a separate web portal. The web URL is provided as part of your account setup information. A phone number and PIN is also provided. The phone number is typically the business's or department's main number. Use the web URL provided to log in using the phone number and the PIN assigned. If you do not remember the PIN, click Forgot Your PIN and follow the instructions. Before configuring the system, it's important to start with a few basics. Clicking on My Account in the upper right corner opens the Profile tab. It's important to define the administrator's contact details and the default time zone for schedules and menus. The Security tab allows the administrator to change their PIN. The Language tab allows you to select the language for the web portal and the Telephony User Interface, or TUI. Obviously, you'll want to adjust these to match your local needs. Once the time zone, PIN, and language are updated, we return to the home page. The left side of the home page shows which menu is currently active and how many new messages are in the inbox. It also shows if the emergency override function is activated. Let's get started with the directory setup. This option requires administrative permissions to access. If you don't have permissions, just skip ahead. The directory is used to set up the dial by name and dial by number services. By default, the list is empty. If you have more than a few employees, it's faster to import a list. That'll be covered in a moment. To add a new entry, click the Add Entry tab and enter the user's first and last name. Enter the user's extension number if you want callers to be able to reach them via their extension number. The action field defines what happens when a caller reaches the name directory and spells the user's name. Dial will transfer the incoming call to the phone number entered to the field on the right. This can be any valid phone number inside or outside the system. Account will transfer a call to a valid account in the voicemail system. Typically, this option is used to send a call directly to a mailbox without ringing a phone. Voicemail will send the call to the auto attendant's general mailbox so the caller can leave a message. These messages are visible via this web portal. This might be a good choice for an employee that has recently left the organization. Once you are satisfied with the information, click Save to store the new user or Cancel to delete the changes. Once the entry is saved, you will be prompted to record the user's name. This recording is used by the system when transferring calls to the user. To record a name, click the Record button. The system will give you the option to upload a .wav file or use a telephone. To use the phone, enter a phone number. The system will call you and then provide instructions. The Directories Preference tab allows you to choose whether the user can be dialed by name, as well as if the search is available by last name, first name, or both. If you have more than a few employees, it's faster to import a list of users. The import option allows you to create a list of users via a comment separated values file, also known as a CSV file, and add them in bulk to the system. CSV files can easily be created or edited in Excel or similar spreadsheet programs. As part of the import process, the system offers options to define how the process manages any duplicate entries. It's also possible to completely replace any existing directory with a new file. If there is an existing directory, we recommend that it be exported and saved to your computer. This file can be quickly edited as needed and imported as a new file. The next step is to create a business schedule. As you can see, the schedule provides an opening and closing time for each day of the week. There's also an option to leave the menu in open or closed state all day. The latter might be appropriate for a weekend. There's also a shortcut to set the week to a 9 to 5 schedule. It's important to recognize that this screen drives two behaviors. The open times you choose are the times when the in-hour menu and greeting will be active. Any other time, the out-of-hour menu and greeting will be active. The out-of-hour menu will also be active if you select closed all day on the schedule. So, when a customer calls within these hours, they'll be presented the in-hours greeting and in-hours menu options. Otherwise, they'll be presented the out-of-hours greeting and menu options. The Holiday tab allows you to choose up to 20 days per year when a special holiday menu and greeting are active. These dates can be chosen in advance. On these dates, the holiday menu will override the normal business schedule for the in-hours and out-of-hours menus. Based on schedule, the auto attendant provides options to create three separate menu structures. The three menus provide in hours, out of hours, and holiday services. Each menu includes its own greeting and menu options. Here's an example of an in hours menu. Each menu has the option to provide callers with up to 10 different routing options, corresponding to the numbers 1 to 0. Since most callers can't recall 10 options, it's typically best practice to limit the options to 5 or fewer choices. If you need more options, it's best to create a submenu. Submenus allow callers to pick a more general topic from the top menu and then choose from a more detailed list. Once routing options have been defined, a greeting that corresponds to the menu options must be recorded. The menu can't be activated without a greeting. To record a greeting, select Record and either import an MP3 WAV file or enter a phone number for the system to call you. If you choose to be called, the system will call you and provide voice prompts to step you through the recording process. To create a routing option, select an extension number 1 through 9. Select Edit to open the menu options. Start by adding a descriptive name for the option, something like Sales option or Service option. Next, choose a routing option. There are 8 choices. None, as the name implies, means that the system disables this extension number. Dial number transfers a caller to a valid phone number. Enter that number in the box to the right. Go to Account transfers the caller directly to a voicemail box or another auto attendant in the system without ringing a phone. This is typically used to send a caller directly to a mailbox to leave a message. Dial by extension lets callers reach a staff member by entering their extension. Select the number of digits to collect to dial an internal user. It should correspond to the length of your extensions. The system requires the extension numbers to be synchronized to the auto attendant. As an example, if your extensions are in the 2000 range, 2 in the auto attendant would need to be dedicated to dial by extension. Go to voicemail, transfer a caller to the auto attendant's general mailbox. There are no other options associated with this choice. The submenu option transfers callers to a nested menu with additional menu options and a corresponding greeting. You can create a submenu by selecting the Submenus tab. Once you have created a submenu, assign it via this option. Hunt offers the option to call up to 5 different phone numbers in sequence. As an example, this might be a good option to reach support staff after hours. Choose between circular or round robin, in order, random, least called, or simultaneous, which will ring all the numbers at the same time. Announce provides a simple announcement such as store hours or directions. When configuring announcement, initially the selection does not provide any other configuration option. However, after clicking update, a new record icon will appear to enable you to record the announcement. You can import a WAV or MP3 file or enter a phone number for the system to call you to record one. When you've completed configuring an extension, select Update to save your changes. Repeat this process for each of the menu's extensions and for 0 as the operator. Once you are happy with your menu, it's recommended that you print the page for your records. The out of hours and holiday menus are created in the same fashion. It's best practice to reduce the number of extensions and avoid sending callers to any selection that is not available when the business is closed. Also, remember that you must record the menu greeting to activate the menu. Each of the 3 menus has access to 7 submenus that can be invoked from any of the other menus or submenus. They are created in the same way as the in-hours menu. You can switch from one submenu to another by clicking on the numbers at the top of the bar. This concludes our discussion on the menus. Let's return to the home page to see more options. As we explained before, you can see if you have any new messages from the home screen. To listen to one, either click on the message number on the messages link on the right or the messages button in the menu bar. Individual voicemail messages are listed on the center panel, much like your email client. You can click the blue play icon to play the message. Each individual message shows the phone number of the caller, the timestamp, and duration of the call. When you hover over a message, download, mark as saved, and delete buttons will appear to the right. New messages appear with the green frame. You can sort by caller or date. You can also mark a message as saved or new, as well as deleted. Deleted messages are sent to the trash tab. Messages can be recovered from trash or deleted for good. Use the Options tab to reach your notification settings. Here you can choose where and when you want to be alerted each time a new message is deposited in the auto attendant's general mailbox. It's best practice to create a custom greeting for the auto attendant mailbox so callers know the mailbox is active and monitored. The recording process is identical to the one we've already reviewed. The call announce menu offers an option to enable the auto attendant to announce callers before their call is connected. The system will play a short message to the receiving party saying that there is an incoming call from a specific phone number. The receiving party will be prompted to choose to either accept or decline the call. Visual call announce will forward the call and present auto attendant extension name as the calling name ID for the call. Essentially, it replaces the traditional caller ID information. This allows the recipient to decide if they wish to answer the call before picking up the phone. This is our last topic for this video. We believe you are now prepared to set up and use the auto attendant service. Thank you for watching.